Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to today's live session. We're on day number 28, and I'm so excited for the incredible conversation that we're going to have today because we are going to talk about the true force that defines every single thing in our lives. This one thing, if you can master it, if you can direct it, if you can use it with purpose and intention, well, it has the power to turn around every single area of your life, every single problem in your life, every single challenge that you may be facing today. And all of that is possible. All of that can be created. How? Well, that's what these 15 minutes today are for. And if you've seen the title and you've seen the thumbnail, you know that this force that we're talking about is our thoughts. It's the stuff that goes on in here. It's the concepts and the ideas and the stories and the beautiful ways in which we look at things in our lives, all of which is controlled from the mind, the brain, the thinking machine that is inside of us. And the moment we decode it, the moment we understand it, we are able to master and direct it. Why? Because it has the power to control literally every aspect of your life. And I'm not just saying this for the sake of it. I'm not saying this as just another motivational fact. This is scientific, this is true, and this is real. Think about it. Even this sentence, think about it, is currently making you use your mind. But yes, every day since you wake up, I want you to do a quick analysis of all the things that you do from the moment you wake up till the moment you go to bed. Now, through all of that, from the first time you sit up straight, then you step out, then maybe you go freshen yourself, then you brush your teeth, then you do your exercise or your meditation or anything else that you do in the mornings, in all of that, even before, even before your body is fully awake, what do you think has already started happening? The machine in here has started running. How many of you have had this experience where when you've woken up in the morning, you're not even fully aware, you're not even fully awake, your eyes are not yet fully open, and yet you're already worried and you're already stressed about the day that is to come ahead? Or if you're going on a trip, you're already feeling that excitement and your mind's flooded with the images of the beautiful things that you'll experience and the amazing feelings that you'll have when you're on that trip. You see, our physical reality, our body is not even in a state of fully functioning yet, and yet the mind is working so fast, the thoughts are going on such a high speed. And if I'm not wrong, I know you'll resonate with this too. The thoughts that you have at the very start of your day, well, they define the day for you. If you wake up with a lot of guilt and regret and frustration that, oh no, I'm late again, then you're probably carrying that hurried energy throughout the day with you. But if you wake up with gratitude and you wake up with this feeling of relaxation and faith and joy and abundance and care and love for yourself, for others, well, the way you start your day, the way you live your life ahead because of the thoughts you have is completely changed. Your actions could be the same, but if one person is driving to work with this, not again, I don't really want to do it. And then another person who's also driving to work, but with the thought, wow, yeah, this is a beautiful day, a good day to also do some work as well. Oh my God, the difference in attitude, the difference in perspective, the difference in showing up in their own lives, despite having the same circumstances, the experience of life itself is different. Not because the circumstances are different, understand this, because the thoughts are different. So you see, the way we experience life is defined by our thoughts. The way we perceive life is defined by our thoughts. The way we act in life is defined by our thoughts. The way we decide in life is also defined by our thoughts. So every factor, every aspect, our thoughts are the most powerful tool in our arsenal as a human being, because compare us to any other species. They do not have the ability to form such complex thoughts and concepts and visions and images and purpose and so much more that exists within us right now. And yet, all it takes for us is just 2 minutes. 2 minutes, and we can create a whole new world inside our heads. I mean, let's do that experiment right now. If I'm talking to you right now and I ask you to imagine a beautiful planet 500 million miles away, which is kind of like a replica of Earth, but it's not really Earth. Instead of the ocean being blue, the ocean is made of a bright pink color, so the planet looks pink. And instead of the leaves and the land and everything else being green and brown, it's all black. So it's a very different kind of planet where there's a bright pink sea and full black land. And none of this exists yet. But you could imagine it. I could imagine it. I was just saying the words. I was not even showing you a picture. And yet, on behalf of me, your mind completed the thought of visualizing the words and creating a crystal clear picture. I mean, the power we hold is so crazy that if someone who doesn't understand this, someone who's not used to this, let's say another species, they'd be like, these people are crazy. Somebody is saying something, nothing exists, and yet everybody else can also imagine it instantly. But well, that's where a superpower lies. The problem is, now this is what you really need to understand, 90% of us are using our own thoughts against ourselves. We have a goal, we have something we want to achieve, but rather than thinking, oh wow, what can I do, how can I achieve it more, what are the action steps I can take, we're like, oh, what if this doesn't work, what if my boss doesn't like the idea, what if I get rejected, what if I fail, what if, and an endless list of these questions that are not even real, and yet in your mind they have become like that imaginary planet. They have become real, and they have become barriers that are stopping you from taking action. They have become the internal resistance to becoming your greatest self, not because it's real, but only because you have chosen to believe in it and you have chosen to imagine it. And for your mind, you are God. I know we don't think of it this way, but really, for your mind, you are God. As you say, so it happens. As you say, so it happens. So if you say to yourself, I'm unworthy, I don't really know if I deserve this, what if this doesn't work? What if my relationships mess up? I don't like doing this work, I'm so frustrated, I wake up late every single day. And just the entire negative chatter that you hold on to, that's the reason you are struggling, because your power is working against you. Rather than empowering you to become your best self, your thoughts are becoming the barrier where even if you try to break through, you can't. And then you wonder why people with half the talent than you, half the skills than you, half the confidence than you are succeeding and growing big. Only difference is their thoughts are empowering them, your thoughts are limiting you. So now the question comes, how can you change your thoughts so that this very force, which anyways exists in all of us and is at play, can start supporting you rather than sabotaging you? Would you like to know the answer for that? Well, if you do, you are in the right place, because that's what this entire discussion is about, anyways. I wanted to give you this clarity so you understand exactly how this thinking machine inside our head works. It's a command generator. Whatever command this machine gives, that's the command that will be fulfilled by your actions, by your feelings, and by your habits. Now, the reason you're a bit confused here, which you may be, is because you'll be thinking, well, Prabhsimrat, if this is really true, right, then I should have been the most consistent person in exercising. I should have been the most successful businessman on the planet, because I've repeated these affirmations countless times. I have always thought, I'm going to exercise tomorrow, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And yet, I've never done it. So that was also a thought, but I was not able to act on it. Well, can I tell you the difference between a thought, that's the one that powers you, and just a statement? That's the one you say, but you don't really follow through with. Statements are devoid of feelings and investment and commitment. Thoughts, they have the commitment and investment of your emotions and your identity. Think about it this way. Every time you say, I am going to do something, it's a statement that you're making. And you're kind of making it as a promise, but you sometimes you fulfill, sometimes you don't. But when you say a thought, you say, I am a lazy person. I am a lazy person. What can I really do? My body is so tired. It needs sleep at least 12 hours a day. And you go into that zone and you're feeling that emotion. And then it's probably feeling like I'm probably going to doze off here only. But don't worry, I'm not going to do that. That was just me acting here for you right now. Now I believe I am an energetic person. I'm someone who has the energy to show up, to communicate with you, to direct you to the power that is within you. And in this moment itself, you can see the difference, can't you? Well, that's because thought comes with an identity. I am an energetic person. It comes with the emotion, the feeling of energy, of power, of drive, of commitment. The problem is you end up making statements to yourself, you never change the thoughts. Or at best, you change the thought, but you never change the feeling and the investment and the identity that is around that thought. So your mind is like, well, that's not true. I'm smart enough to figure that out. That's just a random affirmation that you're using. It's not going to work. So, to really make your thoughts work in a way that empowers you is to do just this one thing. All you have to do is ask yourself not just the thought, but also the emotions that you're bringing into the thought. For example, before I start these live sessions, I often like to do this. I'll just close my eyes when there's not a technical glitch. Last two times it's happened, so I was kind of in a hurry to do that. But whenever there's not a technical glitch, I'll just keep my hands here. I'll pray. I'll close my eyes, and I'll just express deep, deep gratitude that I'm getting this opportunity to serve and impact and help so many people. And with that energy of gratitude, I start the session, and I don't care what I have been throughout the day, or how exhausted I have been, or how much effort I've had to put, because I've aligned my thought to the idea of service. I'm able to act on it, and I'm able to be that person easily and effortlessly. So, for any area that you're struggling in, right, ask yourself this question: what kind of a person would I want to be here? What would that person think and feel, and imbibe those thoughts in you? Don't try to change your current negative thoughts, because otherwise what will happen is you'll end up going into the same cycles again and again and again. You don't want that. It's a much more complicated process sometimes. And when we do one-on-one coaching or group coaching, and over a few hours, we really work on this idea of building a relationship with ourselves and realigning our thoughts. That's where massive shift happens. But in this 15 minutes as well, I want you to go away with a real breakthrough. And this is the simplest step that you can implement. Just start by asking yourself, in whatever situation I'm in, whatever challenge I'm facing, what kind of a person would I want to be? And how would that person think and feel? And bring those thoughts and feelings into this moment, so you can take all the right actions and you can create the transformation that you want. And I'll give you a perfect example of how this starts affecting you in your day to day life. Let's say you're someone who gets irritated and frustrated and angry very, very easily at people. It's like your trigger buttons are so easy. All someone has to do is press it lightly, and you are going to go off like a bomb. Like, some people really struggle with that because they have a short temper. And there, the thought they have is, I'm a short tempered person. Now, the more you repeat that, the more you believe that, guess what your mind is going to do? It's going to create the reality of you being the short tempered person again and again and again and again and again, until there's undeniable proof that I just cannot control my temper. But what if you approach it from this lens? Let's say you think of it that the next time I have a conflict, I want to be a calm, centered, and present person. Cool. What kind of thoughts would that person have? Well, rather than judgment and frustration and how dare you think about me this way, that person's going to have acceptance and gratitude and indifference, essentially, because of which they're not really lashing out. They are responsive, not reactive. So when you start imbibing that identity, I'm a responsive person, I'm a calm person, I handle things with grace, this is who I am, and you keep giving your mind that message with repetition, with focus, with positivity, with the right emotional intensity, well, then guess what happens? Your mind rewires. And the next time you're in that tough situation, the next time someone's pressing your button, you could start to react, but then your mind will wait, no, you're not this person. You're a calm and centered person. It's time to go back to that identity. That is the shift we need. And the moment that shift happens in your thoughts, right? Action taking becomes effortless. The reason we struggle with disciplines, we are fighting against this identity, against these thoughts, against the very force that gives us our energy. Align to it. Consciously reframe it into the person you want to be. You are an art project. Think of yourself in this way. You are an art project. The years of your life that you're living are the paint and the canvas you have, and the thoughts that you have are the vision that define what the painting will be. Now, anyways, the painting is going to get painted. My question is, do you want it to be a mess, or do you want it to be a beautiful scene that's intentionally well crafted? Well, if you want that, the vision is where it changes first, not in the canvas, not in the results, not in the life you live. Start with this change. Become conscious and mindful of the person you want to be. And as you do more and more and more of that, you are going to be someone who succeeds effortlessly, because your thoughts will have changed. And when your thoughts change, the direction where your energy flows, that changes. And when the direction of your energy changes, your results, your life, and you as a person also completely change. And that's my message for you tonight. Stay with this, consciously change your thoughts, and become the person who deserves it all. I believe in you, and I know you'll do that. So till then, till tomorrow, 8:30 p.m. same time, keep thinking about this, and I'll see you tomorrow once again. Thank you so much. Bye.